Hello fellow Steel Division players. I decided to make video about 1v1 competitive play. It's between me playing 2nd Infantry and a between guy named OK, which is actually pretty high in leaderboards, like 16th place or something, and he playing new division 2nd Panzers, or how it's called. Yeah. So before the match, I always like to look at the map, at our division, which are good for, which are bad for, and what kind of terrain gives which advantage to who. So 2nd Panzer is known for its Sturmgrenadiers, which are very deadly on 2000 no 200-meter range, and its Panzers in phase C, so it's clear that he will be pretty much having advantages all over the map, so it don't really matter where I engage him. Well, but it matters from my perspective because I have infantry division which is very specialized with a strong A phase infantry and basically just kinda good artillery and not really strong tanks or tank destroyers. Like they are pretty strong against light tanks and light weaponry, but not much from anything else. So I'm not really decide what to do yet, but I want to keep it open. So I deciding to put pressure on the airfield, especially for on the sides and in the city too. So if I get opportunity to push him from one of those places, I should be able to win. But if I want to fight him in airfield, controlling these hangars on both sides is very important for me, because without some hidden AT weapons here or here, his Panthers will just roll past my any armor which I could bring here. And armor is very important in this area, because if an enemy artillery gets shot on your AT guns or AA guns here, they don't have to hide anywhere. So armor, he will definitely have a late game advantage in this area. So if I want to fight here, I need to secure these hangars. So let's look at what he actually doing. He's sending a lot of his troops, surprisingly without transport, into this town, which is kinda surprising for that high level player, but maybe he not really taking this that seriously. In some light defensive position here. So let's look how it turned out. He also bought Panzer 4 here. Yeah, my rifles really didn't expect that. And they cannot really run away from the trouble. Okay, so I engaging in hangars on the right. I definitely have advantage here, but I need to be really careful, because if they take out my infantry here, I have like nightmen, so I really need to preserve them. And I also engaging his infantry here. I feel like he don't really have that good unit composition, like 2 champion elite Sturmpioneers 3 stars. I definitely strong, but it's like I feel like I could use my range, because this is pretty open town. So I will be surprised if he managed to use them effectively. Also, I got a little bit overconfident with this AT weapon. This is not exactly range which it should engage, but I managed to save it. And on this side my RNG support 3 stars managed to take out his grenadiers, so it looks pretty bad for him here. Without any good infantry, long range infantry, he don't have much chance to win these engagements against me. And my marauders also managed to snipe this vehicle. So it looks pretty good for me. Like, I managed to securing right side. I have already 100 points. Even if they kinda managing to push here, I still have most of the map because I eliminate all of his units here. But I will be not fast enough to really bring it into edge of this area. So he managed to get his infantry into these buildings, but well, that's infantry division. It's not really mobile. At least until phase B, when you get some trucks, so you can get a little bit more mobility. But I'm kinda more surprised he didn't push here. Like, his companies have smoke grenades, so they are able to push pretty aggressively. He definitely should have these companies here. And I would also probably suggest to have his panzer for here or here. Like, here it's also pretty good, but I feel he didn't really have enough punch behind this attack. Like, he attacking basically with two pretty weak squads. He need to bring. Okay, sorry about that. I am back. But before I unpause this, I just want to go on a little bit little rant here, because this kind of thing definitely deserves attention. Like, he has really opened this right flank. I have basically 2 infantry squads here to holding him back, and he also, of course, don't know that. Like, he has just 1 recon troop here, but no fighting was being done here on this left side. Well, left side from this perspective. So it's pretty safe from his point of view that I have just minimal forces here. And fighting so hard in this position doesn't really make that much sense. Like, it would be better for him just to create some defensive line here, because he will get Panthers at sea face, so he will get his advantage here. But here, like, soon his well, not soon, in 6 minutes, his Sturm pioneers, Sturm grenadiers, I'm sorry, get into the field. He will be a massive advantage in the city, especially this kind of open one. So it probably would be smart for him to invest points here and try to flank my troops. He could completely push me out of the city, then get into these hangars with his 2 pioneers. That he would really benefit from their 200 range here. Just totally annihilate my troops at this range and push me away, and later from the whole airfield. So just little misplay, I think, from his perspective. He would really need much more infantry here to be able to use this pocket. So, okay, let's see how he's doing. I realize I have really lot little troops here, so I reinforcing it. Also my Sherman coming a little bit too late. Like, if he really push here, but this is weird. He really needs some AT weapons, and he didn't bring any. Like, he has only half track and sorry, infantry beat out them. So, but I would say this is misplay on both of us parts. So I get it, let it slide, but here is where he really have advantage here, especially with front like this. On his place, I would really bring some 180 weapon here. No, to bring panzer. That's really not bad, good idea. Or it just has not adequate range for this kind of engagement. But I would on his place really invest into attacking this town. And he definitely trying, but for example this he should get them already into buildings. That will be much better. And yes, this is what I was talking about. Champagne is really strong, but at this range they cannot use their flamethrower. And I'm really bothered why they don't use smoke grenades. But he could sneak them into this forest. Maybe he could even fire from this building. He even have panzer filler which have smoke grenades, so that's kinda surprising. And he managed to push me out of here. So I would really say that he has really good chance of controlling this whole town. But I kind of feel like he probably not gonna use it that well, so I investing whatever I have to secure this airfield with short range AT gun with Sherman, and I still holding this. I bring another edge ranger support group, really good at this kind of job. My AT gun managed to get some good shots by my units here distract enemy panzer. But I realize it's probably about time to get ready a little bit, because if he really start pushing here, it could be problem for me. And it's not that big issue even if he push, because I have so much ground here, but I definitely don't want to get pushed out of this town completely. I at least want to hold this and this, so they cannot push into hangars effectively. That's all I really want. And I also won't stop them pushing too much and taking too much territory on this field. So in the worst case scenario, I plan to retreat here and into here, but I hope it don't come to that. Yeah, and he bringing back 40, which is a really good idea, but he probably should retreat his infantry and just wait for it to come, because this is a really bad idea what he just did. I bring my recon a little bit so I can see uh, what he bringing, and I decided engage with my Sherman. His Panzer 4, but I decided to firstly catch his attention by this bopper, by moving into line of sight, and then when he shot, I use element of surprise and shoot him. But well, I will show you how it ended up for me. Okay, his Panzer 4 managed to take the bait, but it just didn't go as planned. RNG was not on my side, and my Sherman gets suppressed very quickly. I managed edging to push a little bit more here, which probably in the long run wasn't the best idea, because I definitely overextended here. That's a really bad thing, but it definitely bring his attention from here, because I managed to secure this town, but I know there are infantry here, but I just don't know where exactly, so I am kinda afraid to push into edge and control this field. So that's kinda unfortunate, but at this point it really doesn't matter. Yeah, bringing more infantry, but I don't remember where. I played this match like a few weeks ago, so let's see what I am planning. Yeah, this kind of squad are a little bit problem for me, because I don't know where they are, and I'm a little bit afraid to push, but I should, yeah, I bring some recon, but this is not going good well. Oh, I decided to push my infantry here, which is probably a good idea, because he can have, like, if you look at it from my perspective, he can have like 3 or 4 squads in here, and it would take time to go through there. So if I secure this part, I just have good defensive position all over this line. So that's basically guaranteed win.
He's burning. I want to go home. We're under fire.
And he don't really have that any kind of infantry which is able to hold here. But I probably should coordinate this push with these squads. I'm just a little bit afraid that he still has some flamethrowers here, which could be really dangerous for me. I probably should bring some other recon here and move these marauders back into town, so they can spot those flamethrowers. Yeah, I'm definitely being a little bit too slow here, but I managed to get rid of all of these squads here, but just moving a little bit too slow. And this is definitely on this right side consequence of overextending. I shouldn't do it, but I did, and now it's Table's turn. He has like 10 units here, basically controlling this whole hangar here. They're a little bit slow, so maybe I will be able to get reinforcements there before they fully secure it, but it was definitely misplay on my part. I have such a big opportunity to build here strong defensive line, but because I was over aggressive, I just lost this entire area. But for that I am managing to push him from the town. He had just this small little pocket here and don't have anything to defend it, so it's just a matter of time when I take full control of the town. And this is why I bring these rifle raiders as second infantry, because they come in these vehicles, and it's always nice to have that extra mobility as infantry division. Didn't really use it that much in this match. I could use it, for example, by bringing some forces from here to the right side, but I was I was kind of busy micromanaging this. Yeah, that wasn't a really good position for AT weapon. I should play it a little bit more safe, but I get a little bit overconfident and extend it also on my left side. But I have such big point lead that it doesn't really matter at this point. And even if this kind of extending is not really good in the long run, it can really boost your points for a little while. So it's you really need to consider it's a good idea or not. But yeah, I probably should start retreating my vehicles here and get my infantry into position. Like I boarded this thing, but just now it moved. Oh, and finally some airplanes are bring, but I responding with my lightning. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about. He bring panzers, so he definitely didn't need to push that aggressively here. Of at the beginning, of course, it was good idea to push that aggressively when I overextended, but this he could have much more power behind this push now. A lot of mechanized infantry. He could push really strong, even maybe secure this area, and well, that would be a really interesting match. Basically, I would have left part, he would have right part, and we would fight all over the place. And he also should bring some units here, like, and this is kind of important thing. Even if you, even if this kind of part is not very exactly fights going on, it is pretty important to secure just in case some fast push. But well, that is over. He probably felt that even if he's starting gaining a little bit momentum on that right side, it's probably too late for him and he decide to surrender. So It was definitely interesting match. I plan to do more videos about Steel Division, especially competitive play, maybe some guides also. But that's it's everything for today. So bye.